it's Sam. So today I'm going to be doing a first impressions slash demo slash wear test of the new Too Faced, let me see what it's called, Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is humongous. At first when I got the PR packaging I was like, oh, is this a new foundation? Like, I for sure thought that this was a foundation because this is massive. This is $29. You get 0.50 ounces, which is humongous for concealer because normally foundations itself are 1 ounce and most concealers are like 0.25, 0.30. They're in that kind of range. So you're almost getting double the amount of a regular concealer amount for pretty much the same price, and then like half of how much you would get in a foundation. So you get a lot of product for your money. So I feel like bang for buck, this is amazing. The packaging itself is really pretty. It looks like the Born This Way foundation. The only thing is that it is a little bit big. So if you are gonna be traveling this year for the summertime, like it's definitely quite a big old baby to like pack up. But I feel like if it's a really great concealer, does it really matter? No. It comes up like this and it has a really fat wand. The wand is shaped like a diamond, and as you can see, I've just pulled that out and you can see how much product I'm actually getting on that wand. So it is like a big fat diamond. It's kind of like plush, so it feels really smooth and glides on under the eye really well. You'll see me applying this in a little bit and you'll be able to see how much product you get just from one thing. That saves time and it glides on so smoothly, so creamily. It is just like such an amazing concealer as far as the convenience of how it works. I'm battling a sore throat and a really bad like dry tickly cough at the moment. I apologize, I sound really bad right now. And this tickle is like, it's driving me insane. So if I sound like a teenager going through puberty because my voice is breaking, I'm sorry. The color that I think that I probably would end up like using on a daily basis is Snow. So altogether there are 20 shades and they range, sorry, not all of them are in here, but they range from like a super duper light all the way to a really nice deep dark shade. So what it claims is that it's a hydrating 4-in-1 full coverage buildable multitasking concealer. Exclusive diamond shaped doe foot applicator allows for perfectly precise application. It's supposed to be a 12-hour crease-free weightless wear. I will say that I didn't touch on that after I applied it. It does feel very weightless and very light underneath the eye, which is nice. It doesn't feel heavy even though it is a full coverage concealer. It is supposed to be photo friendly, so you don't get you don't get any flashback, which is always nice. We have Swann, which is a neutral, and that is the very lightest color, and Cocoa is a neutral, and that is the very darkest color as far as the concealer goes. But here's all of the shades right there so you guys can see as far as the actual concealer shades go. So you do have a really good mixture. I am the second lightest, and I actually have like self-tanner on right now, so I'm not that white. I'm concerned that if you are very, very pale, that you might have a problem finding a color that works for you. I'm just gonna go ahead and test out the lightest color. This is Swann. So this one is Snow right here, and this one is Swann. So you can see they are so similar. Like that one is just a little tiny bit lighter, but still not that light in the whole scheme of things as far as concealers go, because you usually want to go 2 to 3 shades lighter if you are going to be kind of highlighting your under eye. It just doesn't look that light. I'm going to do a wear test, so you'll see me applying this, kind of my first thoughts as I go, and then I'll come back and check in a few times throughout the day and we'll see how it is doing. If you are new to my channel because you found this concealer review, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this and did find it helpful. And then of course subscribe. I would really appreciate that, and you can click that little bell notification and that will notify you every time I upload. If you have been around for a long time, you guys know I love you. I appreciate you guys so very much. Let me know down below, is this something that you're excited about? I know so many people love the Shape Tape. I really do love the Shape Tape. I recently have been using, where is it? The Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. I think that's also a really beautiful concealer. I'm actually almost out of this, so I've used up an entire tube almost. Those are my current favorites. I'm really excited to see how this wears throughout the day because I would absolutely love to be able to switch to something that is more cost effective because you do get a lot more product. So I have high hopes for this. I'm really excited. Let's go ahead and swatch and demo. Mwah. So the first color we have is Swann. That is the very lightest shade in the range. Next we have Snow. That's the second lightest. That's the shade that I am. Next we have Almond, which I actually might be able to wear Almond as well. That's actually a really good shade. I like that one a lot. Next we have Porcelain right there. You can see it's got a little bit more of a kind of pinky tone to it. Then we have Vanilla right there. So next we have Nude right there. Then we have Golden Beige right there. Light Beige, Natural Beige, Warm Beige, Sand, Warm Sand right here. Next we have Honey, Butterscotch, Mocha, Maple, Chestnut, Mahogany, Toffee, and then last but not least we have Cocoa right here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and take Vanilla. I'm sorry guys, I'm like super sick right now, so my voice keeps cutting in and out. This is saying that it is a full coverage buildable multitasking concealer. And it is supposed to be hydrating. Every time a concealer says hydrating, I'm always a little worried just because I feel like then I'm gonna get oily throughout the day. The wand is really big, so I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh god, it's so thick. Oh, this might be too yellow. I think this might actually be a little bit too yellow for me. Let me see if I can find a better shade. I'm gonna go ahead and try try the Porcelain. The Porcelain is definitely better. Wow, this sponge is so big that like you hardly need to do anything. Like you don't have to work hard at all, and one dip in there is all you need. Like that is insane. I still feel like these are actually a little bit too dark for me. I might just go down to Snow and just mix a little bit of Snow in there because these are looking still a little bit yellow, I feel like. You get so much product that I'm like, yikes. Yeah, okay, so Snow is definitely a color that I would prefer because I do like a really nice light under eye. I've got so much concealer on right now, but hopefully it'll be okay. That was not intentional, but these things happen. Let's just go ahead and see how these babies blend out. You definitely like get a lot of product just from one, like, you know, one time of pulling it out, so that's really nice. You don't have to keep on dipping in. You get tons of product on the actual like wand, which I love, and it's very soft and smooth when you're applying it to your face, which I really like, so that's good. This seems to be quite a kind of creamy formula. It does seem to be blending out really nicely. It doesn't dry fast. It does look like really hydrated under the eye. I already look like crap anyway because I'm like super puffy and my eyes are a little, I'm just looking a little crap as it is. Like you can always tell when I'm sick because it gets all puffy like up here. It's super annoying. Like I never really get that puffy here. It's like my upper lid gets puffy and then I get squinty eyed. The under eye is actually looking really, really nice. I'm just gonna like look up close just to see. I have been getting creasing anyway lately, especially on this eye. I don't know why. But yeah, it looks good, but it's not like, whoa, full coverage. Like it doesn't look like it's super full coverage. Like I have like so much concealer underneath, but it has like just brightened up really nicely. I feel like I was expecting it to be a little bit more full coverage. I feel like it's very similar to like the Shape Tape or even the Milk one that I've been using. The only difference is that you get a lot more product coming out. Like it's much easier to use. As of now, I'm not seeing anything specifically magical as far as the concealer goes. Like once it's on my face, I will just say that the convenience and the size of the bottle and the size of the oh my god, this dry tickle is terrible. The size of the wand is a lot more consumer friendly, and just it would save you time because it's quicker to use. And then the concealer does look really pretty. Like it looks really nice under there. It looks really smooth. But the true test is how it lasts throughout the day on my oily skin. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. So far, I'm happy with it. I'm not blown away with the coverage. I think it's a nice coverage. It's a full coverage, but I thought, I don't know why, I was just expecting it to be like fuller. I don't know. But I'm not saying it's not full. It is definitely a full coverage, but I just was under the impression that it was gonna be like so intense to where I was like, oh, what if it's too heavy? But it's not. Like, it's really nice. I like the coverage. I like the texture. I think it's gone on beautifully. It's blended out really nicely. I love, love, love the packaging, love the size, love the applicator. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all my powders, all of my makeup on, and then I'll come back and after I have everything on, let you know how everything blended out as far as my powders go. And then once I have worn it for a few hours, I'll check in, and then I'll check in again at the end of the night just to see how this is going to wear. Also, I'm going to be watching The Bachelorette tonight, and I feel like those are the nights where I go into the mirror and I'm like, oh dang, like I've obviously been smiling or laughing or like, oh how cute. And so that's when my wrinkles will show more. Okay guys, so I put all of my makeup on. I will say that when I was doing my powders, it went on, it felt like it was going on a lot, like, I don't want to say smoother, but sometimes I have to work really hard at the white powder to get it like even, and it almost felt like it went on more evenly, like it was like a smoother canvas. And then I also noticed that my highlight went on really, really like dewy and like really intense compared to how it usually does. Like normally this highlight's awesome anyway, but it seemed to just kind of like go into the pores a little easier. Like everything seemed to just go on smoother and like more even, if that makes sense. So I found myself saving time doing my makeup because I was like, oh wow, that went on easily, like how exciting. I did notice where I had blended it out onto my eyelids, which is what I usually do, it was majorly in my crease in the eyelids, which sometimes happens a tiny weeny bit, but it was like a full-on like, whoa, concealer crease. So that's probably because it was more of that kind of hydrating formula, I'm assuming. So I'm definitely gonna keep my eye out for kind of like oiliness and just like what comes along with a more moisturizing formula. As of now, like I think my under eyes look really nice. I feel like I am completely covered up where I need to be. Everything is nice and bright. It's actually very smooth under there. Like it looks really nice and smooth and not crepey, not dry at all. So I'm really happy currently with what it is looking like. I'll get up nice and close for you guys so you can really like have a good look underneath there. So I'll just kind of like try and look up for you so you can like really see under the under eye. I feel like it looks really smooth, so that's always exciting. So it is currently, I'm like seriously jamming out to No Tears Left to Cry on repeat over and over and over again. I'm obsessed with that song, as well as Back to You from Selena Gomez. I love them so much. I usually like when I find a song, I just put it on repeat over and over. I'm like one of those annoying people. I'm pretty sure it drives Jay crazy. It is 11:12 at the moment. So let's just say it's been on for like a half an hour as of now, but I just finished with my makeup. So it's 11:12. I'll come back probably in a couple of, I hate these kind of coughs. I'll come back in a couple of hours just to see what it's looking like so that we kind of have an idea of like how it is working in those creases. My biggest concern is that it is going to be oily in this kind of section. So that's kind of what I'm expecting to happen. Hopefully I am pleasantly surprised because I do love the way this applies, the way everything applies over it. The packaging itself is gorgeous. The actual price point for how much you get is amazing. So I'm really excited and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it does work out for my oily skin because as of now it looks really beautiful. So I'll come back in a little bit guys and we will just kind of follow up and see what's going on. There we go. Okay, mwah, bye. Hello. Okay, so it is now 2:49. So it's been on for what? Just like 3 hours and 45 minutes or 3.5 hours. Yeah, 3.5 hours. So I'd say that's a good time to check in. I haven't touched my face. I have not looked at my face. I've been out running errands all day, so I have no clue what I look like. Let's hope it's good because I hate when you're out and you don't know if you're like if you're trying a new product out and then you're like, oh my god, you get home and you're like, oh, I looked terrible. Who was judging me? Surprisingly, everything still looks exactly the same as it did when I applied it. I was actually expecting for my under eye to be greasier and it's not. It literally looks exactly the same. I'm wondering if it's even less oily than usual. It's looking pretty darn good. There's a little bit of oil on my chin and just a tiny bit of oil on my forehead. That's just oily skin for you. Wow, I'm not even gonna touch up that area because I actually think it looks really nice. It's still really smooth. It has not creased at all. Wow, that's amazing. I'm like really impressed. Holy moly, this is looking great. It has not enhanced my pores. Like everything looks really smooth under there. Yeah, it's looking so good, guys. That's amazing. I'm super excited. I'm also trying out a new foundation combo today that I've never tried before. I mixed my summer favorite. I've actually lost a bit of my tan. So I mixed my YSL Touche Eclat All-in-One Glow with my Estee Lauder Double Wear. Normally I mix this with my Giorgio Armani, but the coloring is a bit off for some reason. With this self tanner, it's looking like not as warm as I want it to. So I mixed these two together today, and I have the color BD40 and then 3W1. And so far I'm actually really liking this combo. It looks really good. I didn't know how it was gonna mix, because sometimes when you mix foundations it works, and sometimes the combination like of the two formulas doesn't work very well. But I'm actually very happy with that as well. So yay, that's exciting. I'm really happy with this concealer though. It's looking really, really good. Okay guys, so it is 10:04 at night. Oh my gosh, this always happens. No, it's not gonna show. It is 10:04, I promise. Let's see if it'll show. 10:04. So it has now been on for, what is that, 11 hours? Just under 11 hours. So it's actually, I do have some creasing, especially under this eye. But like I said, I did watch The Bachelorette, and it has been on for 11 hours now. Also, I'm looking pretty oily altogether, which I'm wondering if that's because I mixed a different foundation together with my Estee Lauder, because I did the YSL. But the concealer has, oh wow, so it's definitely removed over here where I have obviously wiped because I had an itch. It's still like dry right here, or not dry, but like not oily, but then there's definitely some oil right in this section, which is usually where I do get oily. But I wouldn't say that it's any more than usual. I'm definitely a little bit oilier than I usually am at this time, and I think that's because I switched out my foundation. But I do feel like the concealer has held up really well. It hasn't made my pores look really big. It hasn't like broken apart or made it look dry or like heavy or cakey in any way. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing some creasing under here, and I don't know if normally I would have that, and maybe I do, but I don't necessarily look for it because I'm not doing a review. But I did watch The Bachelor or Bachelorette. It was a really cute episode, so I was smiling and laughing and like making a lot of facial movements, so I'm actually quite impressed that that's all I have, considering like it was a long episode and I wasn't just sitting there just like this. So I'm actually like very happy. I think this concealer has lasted really well. It looks really nice. You know, even though I'm a little bit oily, like I'm oily everywhere, so that's clearly not the concealer. I'm happy. I think this is a beautiful concealer. Really, really good. I think it's completely worth the price for what you get, for the coverage, for the texture, for the finish, for the longevity. I think it is a beautiful concealer. You get so much for $29. I would highly recommend this. I think it's a great product. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. That's really all I have to say, is that it's great. I think you guys should definitely pick one up. Go Too Faced. What a beautiful product. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you found it helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.